Here's Coach Milgrom here at Chaminade-Madonna High School, talking a little bit about the proposed changes to the FHSAA playoffs. Coach, what do you like about the proposed changes, and are there certain things you don't like about it?
Well, I mean, I like the fact, obviously, that, from a standpoint of looking at it from a logistical standpoint, that, some teams that didn't get in the old format would get in the new format. So I think that's a definite plus. I think it's unfair to some of the teams that are in powerhouse districts, and then some teams that are in the weaker districts, and that third team sometimes gets left out. So I think that's a definite plus of the system. The negatives of the system, I would say is, I think there's got to be a different scoring system or something of the way that they're going to actually, score wins or losses for particular teams and teams that you're playing. I mean, for us in particular, being a 3A school, and I feel like, and this is nothing against anybody else, but I feel like we can play with a lot of different 8A schools, and just because you're playing up, you're getting points, and if you're playing down, you're not getting points. But I mean, what is really playing up and playing down? So I think that's got to be tweaked at some point, because I'm pretty sure that in our classification in 3A, there's 5 or 6 teams that can play with anybody in the state. So when you look at that from that standpoint, I think it's going to be tough for us, like in the 3A, because of our enrollment, to possibly get games against the bigger schools who we want to play, in some of those classifications. So I think there's got to be some kind of happy medium they come to where, if they play a team, like Booker T. Washington, who's a perennial state power and national power, who's 4A, and an 8A team, has no resource to play them or incentive to play them. That's a problem.
And you look at the 10-game schedule now. No districts. That's 4 games. It's gone for you.
Yeah.
You now have to find 10 opponents. That could be a challenge to schools that are independent like yourselves, not with the BCAA or the GMAC.
That's going to be a huge issue for us. I mean, you look at us this year, and I mean, we're playing Flanagan, who's an 8A school. We're playing Deerfield Beach, who's an 8A school. We're playing North Miami Beach. We're playing, a team like IMG, who we had to go out and schedule. It's tough for us to find games right now. Imagine how tough it's going to be for us to go out and get games when an 8A school gets no incentive to play us, or a 7A school.
But from what I've been told, the FHSAA is worried that people are scared of change. Doesn't sound like you're scared of the change. You just want it to be done right.
Not scared of the change at all. I think it's the proposal in itself, I think, makes sense. You know what I mean, on a lot of degree. But I think that obviously it's the initial proposal, and they need to we need to sit down as the coaches and get with the powers that be up there and tweak it a little bit and get it figured out. But I like the idea of it. There's no question about that.
And football in Florida is as good as it is anywhere in the country. If it can be improved upon, you're for it?
Oh yeah, absolutely. I 100%. Listen, if it was up to me, it'd be a winner-take-all format. You know what I mean? So seed the best 36 teams and let's go at it.
Thank you, Coach.
You got it.